Welcome to Darwin API Basics, getting started with the file system. In this video, you will learn how to use the Darwin client to work with data storage using drives and directories within the browser. Once you have added the Darwin client code to your project, you will also need to include both jQuery and Darwin's client.js. In client.js, make sure that both the correct server URL and client URL are set. Let's start by writing a configuration object for our client. All this needs to contain for now is your application's ID. And we'll just create some variables for our client and for our app. When our document is ready, we'll create a new Darwin client and pass in our configuration object. We can now start our client and use a promise to run code after it is started. We'll add some error handling in there to check that everything went okay. Let's create our app object. Now that we have our client ready, let's register an event handler for user sign-in. And we can set Darwin to auto sign in if the user's login details are already stored using the configuration object. We are going to work with Darwin's drives, so let's register another event handler to make sure that they are ready. Let's access Darwin's drive called images. Note that the images parameter should in fact be a string, and that we pass in true to tell Darwin that if a drive of this name does not exist, go ahead and create it. To work with the drive's file structure, we'll need to get the root. And let's get the directory called summer. If it does not exist, it will be created for us. To check that our directory was successfully created, let's use list all directory names to log all the directories in the root of the images drive. And this concludes our video on getting started with Darwin file system. Your project is now set up, and you have seen how to begin working with drives and directories.